In a competitive job market, you need every advantage you can get. One easy way to do it is to learn and develop skills through online learning and have something to show for it. Fortunately, Google has some fantastic certificate programs that help you do exactly that. It's hosted on Coursera, one of the biggest online learning platforms that I've personally used for about a decade and absolutely love. And with the help of these Google online courses, it may actually be one of the easiest starting points for a career in IT support, data analytics, project management, and more. And the best part is, you don't need an expensive degree or years of experience to get started. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to go about finding these certificate programs, how to apply, and how to earn them, so that you can continue to stand out in the job market. First step is to decide which certificate you want to pursue. Google offers a variety of programs, each tailored to a specific career path. Do you want to be a tech support genius that helps people solve technical issues? Then check out the IT support professional certificate. If you're more of a data nerd like me, the data analytics professional certificate might be your cup of tea. Or maybe you enjoy seeing projects through from start to finish, in which case the project management certificate would be your ticket to success. Now, Google also offers other certificates such as UX design, Android development for aspiring mobile app developers, and each program is designed to equip you with some pretty concrete skills to start down this path. Take some time to research each option, consider your career goals, your interests, and of course the job market demand for each of these fields. Just a note of caution though, and this is something I really want to emphasize. Some career paths are much easier to start than others. In many cases, depending on the experience you already have and where you want to go in the future, just taking one of these courses in whatever field you want may not be enough. In fact, it's most likely the case that it's not going to be enough, which is why I mentioned that it's a great starting point because it doesn't cost a lot of money, which you'll see in a moment, but it helps you better understand what you want to do, if the content, if this field is actually of interest. Because it's low cost and also because it's totally self-paced learning, it's a very low risk endeavor. So if you're making a pretty dramatic career pivot into a field that you have zero experience in, that's certainly going to be the case that this is going to require a lot more work, a lot more education, maybe some experience in entry-level roles. Now, if you're making a small adjustment, a small pivot, then it may very well be the case that one of these courses will be just the extra push that you need to land the job that you want. But nonetheless, once you've picked your program, it's time to enroll and start learning. Google's certificate courses are hosted on an online learning platform called Coursera. So you'll need to create an account there. Now don't worry, it's free to sign up and just start, because from here you have the option to audit courses, which gives you free access to the learning material, but generally not the quizzes, projects, or exams. That's because when you complete all those graded assignments, you can earn a verified certificate, because completing those is what results in earning that verified certificate, of course, which is ultimately going to be the proof that you show to your prospective employers on LinkedIn or on your resume that you actually learned this material. And the way you get access to these quizzes, exams, projects, all in an effort to earn the certificate, you can pay for the course track itself or pay for the Coursera Plus subscription, which is a better value if you want to do more than just one course. From there, you can access all the course materials, including videos, quizzes, and hands-on projects. The best part is, you can learn on your own pace. So if you really want to get into it, you can knock a lot of these courses out in a fairly short amount of time if you treat it as a full-time job. Or if you can't commit that kind of time, just a few hours a week and you'll be able to make some meaningful progress. There's no hard to find cohorts or specific deadlines that you need to meet. It's going to give you deadlines, but again, they're a little bit more loose and more just as a checkpoint for yourself to try to hold yourself accountable. But the flexibility allows you the ability to balance this along with other time commitments you may already have. Now, after completing all the modules, you get access to the exams. The exams typically consist of multiple choice questions, long form responses, and scenario-based tasks. All this is designed, of course, to evaluate your understanding of the material and how it's applied. Good news is, Google tends to provide quite a good number of practice problems, practice questions, study guides. So there's no shortage of resources and material to help you get prepped for the exams. And the exams, by the way, they're not proctored. These are exams that you can do on your own time, but there is a window of time in which you have to complete them. And if you don't pass the first time, you can always retake the exam after a short waiting period. And really the goal here is just for you to understand the material and be well equipped to at least prep for interviews and understand the field and talk intelligently about the role. Once you pass all the relevant exams, then you'll receive your official Google Career Certificate, which you can display on your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and job applications. Now, with your Google Career Certificate in hand, it's time to leverage those new skills and the certificate to move your career forward. Start by updating your resume and your LinkedIn profile to highlight your new qualification. Be sure to include specific skills and projects that you worked on during the course of the program, as well as any relevant experience you might have gained along the way. And also what's nice is that Google does provide some semblance of career support. And now with your updated LinkedIn profile and resume, as you go to apply for roles, you now have something else to point to that's relevant to the role that you're applying for. So this new credential can be another talking point as you reach out to recruiters or if you find yourself in an interview. And of course, it's going to be helpful when networking. Again, it's just another talking point. It's another bit of proof that you want to move your career forward and in a certain direction. The fact that you use your own personal time to go and pursue more learning is a very positive signal to prospective employers and just people in general. People like the fact that you're wanting to improve yourself. That's never a bad thing to have, especially for how little these kinds of certificates cost. Now, as I mentioned before, these certificates are starting points. It's not a golden ticket or any kind of guarantee of a new career, but consider it really as an opportunity to learn from one of the most well-recognized tech companies in the world. Let this be a launching pad into seeking more learning opportunities and other credentials, or as a launching pad into real-world experience. Perhaps you can take on some freelance or consulting work, and you may find some success trying to work with local businesses. And this will be very important, especially if you have zero working experience in the field that you want to go into. Now, if all that sounds interesting to you, I've actually got some other content where I go through my review of the Google Data Analytics Certificate. I'll walk you through my experience, how long it took me to do it, my review of all the individual courses that make up that specialization track. And of course, I'll give you my assessment on whether I thought the content was good and worth going through. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.